So the color that I pointed out, it's a nice blending color. It's more like a peachy side, and I like that color a lot. But if you have any similar color, please do use so. I know that I'm using this limited item, but then if you find your favorite blending color, go ahead and blend out. I would say prefer go a little bit more like a peachy side because it's very soft, very blendable, and then it makes your eyes very soft at the end. So that's the result that I'm creating, and the color that I'm using, it's very buttery. I love to use this on any skin tone color. It's really helps with reshaping your eyes as well. And then I'm just using a regular blending brush to go on it. And then next I am pointing out the fluffy one. I'm using all Morphe brushes, and then you can see that I'm actually just softening the edges out so that way it doesn't look harsh. And I'm pointing out to the two darker shades. It's a darker brown, so I'm adding onto towards the outer edge to just darken the edge out as well. And I'm also adding those color into the inner corner, and then to just make my eyes a little more constructed as well. And as you can see, I'm also adding to another eyes as well. This eye you probably can see it more better. So I'm adding more like a triangle shape and looks like an eyeliner as well. And then later on, so that way it also helps us when we draw on our liquid eyeliner as well. And just keep blending the colors using a eyeshadow shading brush. And then I think I got this from a gift box, and the inside is just this. I think it might be BH one. I don't know what number is it, but just any shading brush will work. And I'm using a clean blending brushes. And I know I look like I tap on some color. It's the original color that I type in for the brown one, darker brown one. So just continue to work on the top and the edge as well to just softly blend it all together. As you can see, I do a lot of blending motions, and then just continue to do inner corner and the outer corner to blend until the way that you prefer. And then I'm just telling you, don't worry about it. The shape is not what you want. Just use a big fluffy brush, so that way you can continue to reshape them. And I love this brush. It's from Morphe. I'll link all the brushes on down below, and to just let you guys know what I use. And now I went back to the first original brush that I'm using. It's a smaller taper size, a blending brush that I like a lot. I use that to continue to add on color that I wanted to the more precise side to it. And now I'm just darken it a little bit because all the blending that we use actually brush a lot of product away. So you can re-adding the color so that way it makes more of the color that you prefer. And I'm sorry for the bad picture for the color that I'm using. I'm actually using a darker, more like a coppery. This is more like a purple coppery color that I'm using towards the center of eyes. As you can see, I use my hand. It's because the brush that I'm using is not really putting any colors on it. It tends to lose the intensity of the shining part, so I use my finger instead. And I'm adding on both eyes as well to the same color. So if you have any favorite, more like a brownie, purple-ish, coppery, shimmery color, go ahead and put on the eyelid. It's really beautiful. And then later on, we're going to do some more layering as well. And I'm just blending as well again. And then see, I'm using my big fluffy brush again to blend out the edges so it doesn't look harsh. And then I'm using this little peachy pink highlight in the center as well. This is the point. This is the point I want to try to make, because once I use that color, it actually makes more pop. Instead of the darker color, it just makes everything, the color blend well together. But with this lighter highlight color, once I put it on, it's beautiful. I love this color indeed. I normally don't tend to use pinkish glitter kind of like color in my center of the eyes because my eyes tend to be very, very puffy, so I can't use those color. But with the darker color first, then put on the lighter color, it makes sense. So now I'm actually pointing to the darker color again to just use those color, the blending color under the eyes. So as you can see, I use the darker color on both sides to the close to your lash line, and then just continue to do the same effect, gradient effect that I have on the upper eyes, and then using onto the lower side. So I'm using the darker brown color to just blend out the bottom half, and then to make it in the intensity that I want to. And I'm using a highlight color from the first corner to highlight the inner corner, because I think when I do darker color, I like to have some kind of, you know, eye-catching color. And sorry about the phone. I'm just, yeah, so the color, it just keep blending. I love the highlight. Just use the highlight and continue to blend away. And now I'm just doing my face. I'm just put some translucent powder, and now as you can see, I'm using the Pixie brown color to tie line. So once you tie line, your eyes will be pop. Color will be really pop. And this is the Korean brand that I use. It's called Clio Kill Black liquid eyeliner. This is probably one of my favorites. I've used a lot of black eyeliner, but nothing compares to this. First, it's dark. Second, it does not have that shining part after you finish it. And then the felt tip is really, really, really fine. So I can make my wing liner very precise. And as you can see, the wing liner I do, it's not the typical line. I tend to follow my natural line, and then I just draw out. I just draw the line out. And I think I learned this technique through a lot of Korean dramas, as I watch a lot, and it just helps my makeup skills when I look at those dramas, and then I learn adapting their skills, their technique, and I just darken it, try to make the line a little more intensity so it looks nice. And then I'm gonna curl my eyelashes using my Shiseido one I got long time ago. It's probably one of the best I've used too. It really fits my eye shapes. It doesn't clamp on my other extra side of my skin on my eyes. I'm also using the Clio Kill Black mascara that comes with my eyeliner. This is also one of my favorite too. I use a lot of different mascara, but this is probably one of the best I've used. I used non-waterproof everything, and it doesn't work, but this one works. So now it comes to I'm not contouring, I'm more like a bronzing my face a little bit using the Physician Formula bronzer, and this is probably my favorite bronzer as well. And because my face has a lot of my cheek is really big, so usually I like to use this bigger fluffy brush to kind of bronzing. It makes it more glowy for the winter time as well. And now I just add a little bit of the Wet n Wild Champagne blush, and I love this color on my skin because it doesn't show too much of a pink. It's very neutral, and it has a sheens on it too, and I love this color on my face. It just makes my cheeks so much chisel. I'm using the Colourpop highlight. It's called Must Be, and I'll once again I'll link all the items down below. I'm just putting on top of my cheekbone to make it pop. I know I have a cheekbone, but I do think that once you highlight it, all your face actually lifted. So it's beautiful. And I'm not so much a highlighter person, but I really like this color. It's a little goldening, peachy highlight. And I also put it on top of my nose, on the bridge of the nose. It was on my pubic bones, and also the chin, I believe. Yeah, as you can see, that shine, that the highlight just shine through. And now we move to the lips. I'm using the Revlon 2 colors. As you can see, this is a very nice kind of like brick brownie red, or you call it masala red, however you want to call it too. So this name is called rum raisin, and I'm just lining it out and make it full. It's very matte but very moisturized. It doesn't really dry your lip out. And I'm just kind of reshaping it. And I have a lot of I have a more like a full lips, so I actually can do, you know, I don't need to be much precise on it, and I can do whatever I prefer. It's easy. And then now I'm using the Mauve Night, also same thing from Revlon as well. I layering the two together because in Mauve Night it's more cool tone. So when I put it in the center of the lips, it actually cools down the color a little bit into the color that I prefer. And so this is the finished look. I hope everybody enjoy your holiday and enjoy the look. So if you have any question, please let me know, comment down below, and I'll try my best to answer you. Have a great day. Goodbye.